This is Confabulous. Confabulous! This is Confabulous, the nest of all things Filipino pop culture. Yes, this is SISNE Pop's brand new podcast, because here we will be talking about the happenings and maybe share our violent reactions to incidents and monumental moments in Filipino pop culture. And this again is our very first episode. Hey. And I'm so happy that joining us for this very first episode, our first journey to the unknown. Journey to the unknown.
Into the unknown.
Diba? Is my good Judy.
And Santos!
Judy and Santos.
Joke lang.
No, but a really good friend. We've known each other for a very long time. So, to the invisible audience in our set, put your hands together for MJ Foz.
Pinalap ka niya sarili.
Yes.
Ayaw mo.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Alam mo, this is really fun for me because you're a good Judy. We've known each other for probably almost a decade now. No? It's been a while.
Girl,
We've
don't
been friends
remind
for a while.
me it's been that long.
Let's not age ourselves. But first and foremost, how are you?
I'm alive.
That's all that matters.
I know. It's the best I can hope for.
Yes.
In this economy.
Yes. But do you want to talk about it? Because you are with that sparkly thing on your finger.
Oh,
Di pwede?
Pwede naman. Okay lang. Wala lang. Nahiya lang ako.
Ayun. But yeah, she's in the middle of preparations.
Yes, I am newly engaged.
Yay!
But anyway, besides, I guess, the last time that we've been working together. Well, actually, for some of the Spark Perspectives episodes, I was just like behind the scenes, hanging out. Because again, Momo mentioned that we're good Judy. So outside of work, we hang out still. And and for how many episodes I've been just behind the cam, now I'm in front of it. And it's nice joining you.
Actually, kinikilabutan ako, like literally goosebumps. I'm not even kidding. Because this is the first official time we're on cam together since the incident that must not be named. Oh, well, we can talk about
the elephant in the room.
The huge elephant in the room.
We can't name it though.
I mean,
can we?
I feel like can we say the app?
No, okay. Our legal says legal.
Okay. Legal says no. But yeah. For those of you who aren't familiar, or for those of you who've only just paid attention to us, to SISNE Pop, since last year, MJ and I have worked together on a different venture before.
Yeah.
So it was an app that was providing tiny game shows
on
the mobile phone.
We were technically game show hosts.
Yes.
So even before that, we were friends, but then we just happened to be part of the team, all on cam, giving fun.
Giving fun and money.
Yeah,
we actually
money,
for a time, they
for
were legitimately giving money. But pati kami, parang hindi na rin nabigyan ng pera. But yeah, we can't really get into details.
Yeah.
But that was a fun time.
It was a time. It was definitely a time. Made really good friends with the team, met really good people. At least we're gonna try to look at the silver lining of things. It's just like, we love the team we work with, and though things didn't work out, and unfortunately is betrayed a strong word.
It's a very accurate word though. Honestly.
Oh my God, I'm sweating just talking about this. But yeah. So unfortunately, things didn't work out. I think that's what we can just put out there. But I guess we just won in life with the people we worked with and still continue to work with. At least.
If anything, that was a great time to exercise our creativity and connect with a lot of other creatives. And I think the win is because of that experience, we were able to have the grit, I guess, and the passion to create something new.
Yeah.
Grit,
i.e. passion.
SISNE Pop.
Could also be revenge.
Which
vengeance
is sometimes a really great motivator.
Sometimes. Well,
diba? Sometimes.
Or always.
There are some good movies about it. Movies about it. But so I love having you here because feeling ko hindi naman to totoo, but there is a small part of me that feels like we owe some people, like the fans, an explanation.
Well, the explanation,
diba?
Yes.
Because I feel like they've been super supportive.
And I found 3 years after the whole thing closed down.
Yes.
People would still ask what happened.
Yeah.
Although there's the mix of where's my money, which is completely understandable. We're asking the same question though. But it just didn't work out
Yeah.
monetarily. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that's a very nice way to put it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Honestly, I want to talk more about it, but I don't think we
Yeah.
really can. But yun nga, parang one of the things that I really appreciated about it was parang yung people. I mean, that was my first foray into like on-cam work.
Yeah.
And people have been so nice to us, and like sometimes people stop you on the street for pictures.
that
Kahit
was
years
weird.
ago. Diba?
That was weird.
It was weird, but also kind of cute.
I
Like,
mean, yeah.
I don't know, people who don't know you love you. That's kind of quite an experience. Yeah, but yeah, yun. That's why I felt like we do kind of need to provide them. Well, at least that's how I felt. We had to provide them like a little bit of a closure, which kahit kami hindi namin mabigay sa sarili namin.
Umiyak.
But honestly, again, it made us stronger, and now we're here
Yeah.
on Confab. Yes. Do you want to know the history of the name?
Yes, for those watching, why not?
Yes. So parang, well, ako kasi, I've also kind of dabbled in the corporate world. And
Ew.
sometimes,
That's all lang. Ew. Maka-ew. Ako
I
rin
think
naman
people will understand why napapa-ew
Yeah.
tayo minsan sa ganyan.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sometimes it's a word, it's a term, confab. You hear that, let's have a small confab. And that just means like a small conversation. Yung actually, the English word, the real English word is confabulate. Confabulate!
There yun.
Siyempre binakla natin dito,
Oo,
confabulous.
Yes. Better.
SISNE POP is made up of really chatty people. So what better term to name this show? And I love having MJ here because aside from the fact that she is a super fan too of pop culture, just in general, Filipino or globally. I mean, you like me watch a lot of TVs, movies, listen to a lot of music.
Yeah.
Diba? But you also worked in radio. So talagang
Yes.
music was your environment.
I had to. Sometimes you didn't have anything to talk about. You just like go over the news and that's your work.
Yes.
It's like easy. And you're just there because you want to learn more about the music and the people creating it. And even movies, TV shows, love it. Like it's something that keeps us alive in this age of like so much content out
right. And ako, for me then, personally, when I was a kid, I was always really a fan of like pop culture in the Philippines anyway. So I think that's what led me to the creative industry. Like that's why I ended up being a producer.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to be part of making those things. Was that the same for you?
Completely. Even when I was young, I always knew it was media that I wanted to work on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, dabbled in radio. Of course, we met through producing even before our on-cam work with said app.
Yes.
But yeah, it's always been something. It's not just the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. It's also somehow storytelling in general. It's like you want to tell stories. And it can be in so many forms. It can be in the form of like actual scripts and movies and TV shows, books. But there's also so much storytelling in any media.
Yeah.
In fact, songs.
Like in this era in this era of TikTok, like there's a story in like a 10-second TikTok video.
Exactly.
And it's like, it's what a time to be alive. Parang ang dami ng output, like ang dami ng outlet to actually be creative.
Sometimes it's too much. It can get overwhelming, but we just find what works for us and what speaks to us.
Right. So I want to get into like the root of that, because the starting point of the conversation that I want to start for this episode is the fact that we are fans of pop culture, and that's what we ended up in the careers that we have now. But I feel like growing up for me, I feel like there was this global sphere na parang ina-aspire din naman natin maybe to be a part of, but also just we wanted to see ourselves kind of celebrated on a more global scale. So like when I see like pop groups like Spice Girls, I was like, I'm sure there were Filipino pop groups in the Philippines that were kind of really good na hindi naman napapansin globally. So I grew up kind of being hungry for that. Were you the same?
Kind of. It's like you always wonder who is the equivalent of this.
Right. Diba?
Diba, syempre, sumikat yung Spice Girls. Meron bang Spice Girls ng Pinas?
Yeah.
Like, always, pag may sikat, and even though you also would watch TV, meron ding, kunyari, they present performers as the blank ng Pinas.
Yeah.
Like, somebody ng Pinas. There's always this comparison somehow. And I don't know if that's a result of us being colonized for so long, or I don't know.
I think parang ganun nga siya. I think one part of it is the colonial mentality din naman. But I think a small part of it is also just pride.
Oh like yeah, Pinoy pride.
Because when I was growing up, I always compared the Philippines to like Japan, for example. And like when you listen to Americans, for example, or when I watch movies that are made in Hollywood, they would reference Japanese music or they would reference Japanese films. And I was like, they never talk about the Philippines.
Yeah.
They never really do that. So parang I was hopeful din as a kid na parang at what point are they also gonna talk about like Filipino music or Filipino artists then? How did you feel like that before?
Parang back then, we would get little sprinklings of references in like bigger TV shows, but not always in a good light.
Right.
That's how, disappointing it is because of, I guess, compared to the US, which is always parang somehow the center of so many, sources of this, these shows and information. Parang sa kaliit-lit natin ng Pilipinas, parang whenever we get mentioned, it's like,
like, Philippines!
Oh, exactly.
Uy,
like,
Philippines!
Diba? So there's always been that Pinoy pride because I think we're just so hungry for that recognition.
Right.
Too.
And I really don't want people to think that it's like just we're hungry for like global validation because especially now, ang tagal ko na sa creative industry and it's like a very big super fan of Filipino stuff. I could care less now. But so it's not really like seeking that validation, but it's like we're really proud of what we have and I feel like the world is also kind of missing out.
Yeah. So, buti na lang, in recent years, parang it's in a better light na. It's not always like, this country is so poor, it's so small. Like, do they even, like, how do they get around boats? Parang wala silang alam talaga before. But now, something I'm grateful for in the age of, like, easy communication and the internet, you can just, like, find out so many things. And it's a way for, like, smaller countries and cultures like us to find their way in their global scale.
Yes, and that's why I'm so proud then of the work that we've done on SISNE POP for the last couple of years because dun namin na-realize because like the whole genesis of SISNE POP was just to explain pop culture stuff to people who aren't hindi pa nga foreigners yung target just to Filipinos who were like curious about like when we were kids there were these shows on TV like what was that about or stuff like that and just we realized how hungry non-Filipinos were about specifically Filipino pop culture.
Well,
and that really gave the channel a leg up.
Oh, grateful for that curiosity actually. Like that willingness to learn more about other cultures, diba? And in an age where people are so divided and they're like, parang binibida na sarili lang culture. Like, the R word race out there. It's always like being about the more superior race. But then we're just all so different. There are just so many people around the world and there are just so many different cultures out there that you shouldn't see yourself as superior. Like everybody has something to offer, something different.
I love it. And like the Philippines, and we're gonna get to this point now because yun yung nangyari, I think, sa Pilipinas in the last couple of years. And I thought about this topic because we did a video essay recently on the channel about it, but also I saw you with a racket recently, a hosting gig where you were talking to some of my favorite women currently right now. You just interviewed BINI for a brand.
Yes, I did. It was great. I and myself am a Bloom. Baby Bloom naman. Hindi pa ako like nagde-deep dive into all the content they have kasi just sobrang dami. But it was a good experience as a Bloom. The composure, girl. The composure I had to
not fangirl, diba?
Exactly. Well, I did have moments na nagpa-fangirl ako syempre, but that was just me being me.
Yeah.
But it was so good to meet them. Despite their busy schedule, sobrang tight ng day na yun. Like, they had to be in and out.
When they're booked and blessed.
Yes, they are booked and blessed and super happy for them, but they still had the time and the energy to join us for that particular brand live stream, and they were lovely. It's like as a Bloom, I'm so happy. When they say, never meet your heroes, like you're just it's parang shatter lang, but no, I actually came out of that live stream with more insights about them each in terms of their personality. It's like parang social relationship, parang kilala ko na kayo.
You guys don't know, we've been obviously it's a channel, but just as friends, we know how big of fans we are of BINI talaga. And then, because like I was asking her for a party here, I'm not available. I have something to do on like, and then she sent a picture. I was like, oh my God, girl. Oh no, you didn't send the picture.
No,
it was Chi, our director.
Ayoko pang i-jinx nun eh. Like I remember you invited me over for like this, that conversation about them.
But you were booked.
But I was like, I have something. And I didn't want to jinx it because like parang, I wasn't 100% sure it was happening yet, but then it happened.
Yeah, so
super
our director, si Chi, she saw the like a live stream or something. And she was like, oh, ito pala yun. This was...
Pinagpalit mo kami sa BINI.
Yes. I was like, I get it. First of all, paid gig. Second, BINI.
Yes.
Second talaga yung BINI.
Grabe, hindi number 1 yun.
Yes. Yeah, but like the whole thing, when I saw that picture was like, the reason why I did come to you to ask you about it was because naisip ko, BINI was just announced as like included in the lineup of Coachella. And it was like, what a time for Philippine music.
I was so grateful to be able to ask them about that during the live stream. So, ako na lang magkwento. Live kasi yun, guys. I don't know where you can find that interview since that was a live stream. Maybe some fan accounts out there recorded the interviews. But yeah, I was so grateful to have asked them that question. And obviously, they were so happy about it. Ang cute nga na kwento nila na they were all together when it was actually officially announced. And yun nga, parang sobrang tuwan-tuwa sila kasi official na, na-post na. Some of them, I think Joanna sabi niya, some of them were crying out of happiness. Some were like parang, uy, relax. You know, yung mga, the mix of their personalities was just so interesting to see in person for me.
Yeah, and I feel like that was the moment na parang sabi ko, oh yeah, there is something happening in not just Philippine music, but like I feel like Filipino pop culture.
Yeah.
So what a time to be alive. And that was really the reason why I wanted to have this conversation.
Yes.
And we're here having the conversation because I do have like a list of, I feel like pivotal. I have a list of pivotal moments in Filipino pop culture that are signals that things really have changed, because our past video essay about this was the mentality, at least for me when I was growing up, that the mentality was imported was better. So like
parang local, yuck, that's
diba?
Baduy.
And it crept into media. So parang I grew up thinking na parang pag Filipino made film or TV show, it was gonna be low quality, didn't have a good story, whatever. Parang Hollywood was like the end all be all of everything. And of course that's wrong. But even more so now na talagang we kind of have events to prove that things have changed. And one of that now was BINI.
Yeah. And
getting to the Coachella lineup.
And although we can't say that a lot of the material actually, well, some definitely, yes, are equal of caliber. But while we're working on it currently, quoting BINI.
Yes.
Malayo pa, pero malayo na.
Oh my God, that's perfect. Yes.
Diba?
That's actually
like so much improvement even in our makeup industry. Like sometimes yung makeup na ginagamit ko, mas gusto ko pa yung local. Mas mura pa.
Oh my God.
Mas maganda pa.
I mean, the shade ranges today.
Yes.
When I started wearing makeup, which is probably like, I don't know, baka 20 years ago na. Not to age myself, but I started wearing makeup a long time ago, and I remember I had 3 shades to choose from, all of which were lighter than me.
Ako naman, parang for me, it was like either sobrang light pa rin, tapos sobrang dark. It's like, where is the in-between?
Or like, they would be like, because I feel like, oh my God, this is like for me. Kasi parang it was marketed as like the morena shade. But like, when I put it on, it's gray.
Or parang when you would ask for recommendations from the salespeople, they'd always just give you something lighter, assuming you'd want to be lighter.
Yeah.
Ano ba yun?
Oh my God, I remember the days na parang it was so acceptable na yung neck
mo
was so different
from
your
horror.
jaw. Why does everybody have floating heads?
Oh my God. Espasol face.
Diba? Espasol face was
tapos
the thing.
Pink lang dito.
Oh, girl.
That's
like, parang going back as two girls na nag-makeup before this video. But the reason why I really want to talk about BINI is because sila yung parang feeling kong trinabaho talaga yon. Not that like not everyone worked on it, but like we have been doing BINI videos kasi for a while, and like even before they got the international attention that they have now, they had those small things already that was going for them. Do you want to point something out?
Girl, the coconut nut pa lang. Nut pa lang. I was like, these girls have potential because they turned something that was so novel to us, something that we all grew up with, this silly little song that we just would sing. And they turned it into a pop song.
Yeah.
And it was so cute. And they had synchronization of K-pop divas that we see. Na parang, oh my God, the potential. Yeah. So for me, that's when I started realizing that we definitely have the innate talent and the grit. Sometimes it's really just the resources.
Right. It's the resources and also timing. Timing talaga, no? Kasi I think if there's one thing that this country doesn't lack, it's talent.
Oh naman.
I feel like, diba, it's saying competitions. I think yun yung reputation of mga Filipino. Like if a Filipino joins the contest, a saying competition, just quit.
So just give up.
Just give up. Because
Yeah.
it's true though. Like I sing. I do call myself a singer because I do sing.
Yeah,
And
you have a
even when
beautiful voice.
even Filipinos who are not confident enough to call themselves singers can actually kind of sing.
Mm.
Like most of us here can carry a tune at least.
That's why I was a DJ. I can't sing.
But you do
But
introduce to people.
I mean,
know.
in whatever way I can, just show the appreciation for music.
Yeah.
But I'm not tone deaf. I like at least I just can't
Yeah.
express it. Like, I just can't blurt it out. But I can tell notes. You
Yeah.
know, that's the funny stereotype. But
Oh yeah.
it's talent. It's half true.
Yeah,
It's kind of like half true.
Yeah. Also, because like I just think music is very embedded in our culture.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I did radio work as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like dun ko natutunan how integral music is
Mm.
to Filipino society. So this BINI thing, and not just the BINI thing, but like P-pop
Yeah.
has grown and just changed the landscape of Philippine music, right? How do you think, diba? Like
I love you so much.
like BINI, please come on this channel. But like, how important do you think it is for the Philippines to have like BINI as the representative of the music? Kasi they're the nation's girl group.
Oo naman. Nakaka-proud siya because Coachella is something you've always just thought of, something you can never achieve. Like
Yeah.
even just going, not all of us have the privilege to
Right.
fly out to
Mhm.
the US and just like enjoy a music festival with so many great artists.
Yeah.
But to have somebody or like a group that is homegrown fly
Yeah.
all the way there, not just to watch, but to actually perform and entertain people. And it's not just the Filipinos who are excited about it. They've had such success that, they've had these dance crazes.
Yeah.
They've had these fans that suddenly like popped out of nowhere. Like you'd see random YouTube videos of people reacting. It's like,
Yeah.
what? Whoa, okay, wow. And the demand is so real and nakaka-proud.
Yeah. It's
And
very important
yeah, it's
for I hate the word, but for representation purposes.
Well, it's true naman
Diba?
din kasi. Like, you just want to be celebrated.
Yeah.
You want to showcase what Filipinos have in terms
Yeah.
of that talent that we just can offer to the world. Because a lot of us are just like innately entertaining. That's part of
Yes.
our culture as well. We love to entertain, and it's about time. That's what I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say. It's about time.
It is about time. Parang chain reaction siya because
Mm.
now we see in like the entire industry, so many things are happening for
Damn.
Philippine
Yes.
media, diba? So, ang dami nangyari. So, number one, hindi pa nga lang even before the Coachella thing, BINI has, like, they performed in KCON in LA,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So, ang dami na nangyari with BINI. Again, super exciting for them to be part of such an important event na hindi naman natin mapupuntahan. Honestly, parang ayoko naman, the desert,
Girl.
parang hindi ko kaya. But,
I mean, kaya natin. Like, we're used to the humidity.
well, again,
But like,
the shower situation,
the
girl.
tita bones
Yeah,
cannot.
the tita bones cannot. I cannot. Like, I'm too much of a tita now. I'm really proud of the girls. But also, what I did find disappointing was there was a subculture that kind of, for some reason, na-encourage sila mag-hate on BINI. I mean, BINI always have like very aggressive haters.
Mhm.
But like talaga parang na-activate when the Coachella announcement was what is up with that?
Well, I think with all fandoms or all artists that get really big, dadagdagan din sila ng
Yeah.
haters. The more fans you have, the more haters you
Yeah.
have as well. So, for me, testament lang din siya that they're getting more and more popular, which, yes, that will always be good for them. But it's something that I guess in our day and age we have to deal with. Pero parang I hope this just like comes as a signal for everybody to just look at yourself. Like, is what I'm saying online hurtful? Or
Yeah.
what good is it gonna do? So, ang tanong ko lang din, what good is this hating going to do? Because if it's not your thing, it's so easy to scroll.
What you said was really like, hit the nail on the head, right? But like the reason why I think I also have brought it up in the conversation about Filipino culture is because I think as proud as we are of Filipino stuff, may ganun kasama yun sa culture. I feel like, is that ano ba yun? Crab mentality? Or
Yeah,
just,
unfortunately, there's that part also. Or sometimes, ang nakikita ko din like online is that if they are supporters of other groups
Right.
who might be
Yeah.
rivals, they're gonna be so G to turn to fight.
And that's just within P-pop, ha?
Yeah.
Hindi pa tayo nag-global.
Oo nga, hindi pa yun globally. Kunyari, like my fan wars, diba?
Yeah.
Parang, even if these certain groups are so different from each other, I think it also stems from like the want to be like, ay, gusto ko mas maging successful yung group na gusto ko. Ay, ayoko sa kanila. But guys, pwede naman kasi we will all have our time to shine.
Yeah, I think that's one mentality na kailangan nating basagin because may ganun, I understand why sometimes you feel like to exalt your idols, you think the path to do that is to bring the others down.
Exactly. Hindi lang din sa P-pop, like even just celebrities, diba? That are pit against each other. Na parang kahit sila, actually we're besties, but our fans hate each other.
Nadine, Catherine.
Yeah.
And they're both fabulous women.
It's like they can all each shine in their own right. So parang can't we just...
Yeah.
I don't know, this is wishful thinking, but again, like human nature, there will always be like people who would want to tear other people down. But, it's just, let's just try not to do that.
If you're someone who can still be talked to about like, maybe we shouldn't do that.
Yeah. Get a job.
Touch
grass.
Stop doing that. Pero meron talagang people who that's their intention. Like, I feel like the best thing to do is ignore that.
Yeah.
Because if you jump on that train, what does that make you?
I mean, it will always say more about the person saying it than the group itself.
Exactly. I think the best path for us Filipinos in this very special time for our pop culture is just be proud.
Yeah.
Just focus on pride.
And if there are things, like let's say they do like our idols do something wrong, parang there's always a level-headed, non-venomous way to like fix things, diba? Like, syempre, constructive criticism will always be there, pero sometimes it just goes a little bit too far that you're attacking
they're humans like us.
Exactly. You're attacking people's character and you don't try to understand where they're coming from either. So, diba? Parang it's just so nuanced. So, ayun talaga, it's always gonna be think before you click or type or whatever you do on social media. Just, it's so hurtful sometimes. You know?
So as again, just for full disclosure lang, as proud as we want to be about Filipino pop culture, we also have to address that because it's a very real thing that happens within the community.
Oo nga. Or minsan sasabihin nila, ay, parang di nyo naman deserve yan eh. Masyado kayong trying hard. Parang nandun na nga, guys. Nandun na sila. Can't we just wish them well? Like, wala na tayong magagawa. We can't like pull them out. Just parang, and they wouldn't be there if they couldn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, they're great girls. And again, just let's be proud.
Yeah.
Like this. Na I'm so proud of the fact that Magellan is out. I think it's still out.
Yes, the Love Diaz film that's not 4 or more hours long.
Yeah, for Love Diaz, that's a short film,
that
girl.
is. But,
sa totoo lang. But I'm super proud of it. I'm sa totoo lang, I was a little apprehensive because I was like, Magellan, why are we exalting a movie about like the person
colonizer?
Like it's all his fault. Diba? For the average Filipino, ang mentality namin dyan is it's all his fault.
1 + 1.
But then people who watched it have not yet watched it. Wala akong mahabol na screening. But a lot of people who have watched it said that it's a very beautiful story and that makes them actually proud of Love Diaz and proud of being a Filipino. Have you seen it?
I couldn't.
Diba?
It's so frustration ko din yun eh. Like some films, like if they're not international superhero films, are so hard to get decent screenings of, like in good cinemas. Like even kahit international film na hindi super blockbuster, ang hirap na nga. Pinoy, doon ako na-frustrate na Filipino film nga na sariling atin. Doon pa tayo hirap maghanap ng screen.
Yeah, like the fact that it's not accessible is...
It's ludicrous.
I mean, I feel like the government should do it. Like some countries actually fund screenings for very important films that represent their culture, right?
Exactly.
So it's not being done in this country, which is not surprising, but is still an issue.
Yeah.
But I bring it up because in our chat nga about just where the Filipino pop culture keme is in the zeitgeist. Is the fact that I feel like, would I say culmination, or if it actually gets the nomination for international feature film, maybe that's the culmination. Or if it actually wins, then I don't know. Maybe that's the culmination. But I feel like this is another step in the film industry naman, because Dali De Leon getting nominated for the Golden Globe and BAFTA was crazy to me. I was like, I did not think I would live to see the day that I would see a homegrown Filipino talent
Mhm.
get those recognitions.
I know, and it came out of left field,
Yeah.
but super happy for that. And it's an artist, like it's somebody who
Yes.
takes her craft seriously.
Right.
So it's everybody was just like cheering for her because she deserved that.
Yeah.
But this for Magellan, I wish I could see it kasi dagdagan yun ng
Yeah.
cinemas.
Kung may
Parang
mga ano
natin.
po dyan, distributors,
Yeah.
baka naman.
Baka naman, kahit ticket lang ganyan.
Yes, o manonood kami.
But amplifying the voice of a Filipino director, also, I guess, even if we say that kasalanan to ni Magellan lahat, it's still a very integral part of our culture. And I'm so sure that there will be parts of that film that really speak to the Filipino experience.
It was a Filipino director. And like,
Exactly.
I feel like Love Diaz is one of those
naman.
creatives that will never not put the Filipino perspective front and center. You know what I mean?
My bladder just hates his films, but that's just my bladder.
I don't think it's just your bladder, girl. I think you're a normal human being. It's like, girl, what
Like-
was that one that was like 8 hours long?
I forgot.
The Pamilyang Pilipino, even the title was kind of long. I did will myself to sit through some of those
Yeah.
really long ones. And they're really good.
Yun nga, parang it's not long just for the sake of being long naman
Yeah,
kasi.
totoo.
Diba? Like, meron naman siyang gustong patunayan. Hindi lang dahil wala lang, I just wanna piss you off. But no, it's a nuance that people have to understand.
But like, that's also, I think, that's the path that he paved, I guess, because I feel like it would be so easy
Mhm.
to disregard a creative, for at least for the film industry at large, the whole world. It's so easy to disregard a work that is that long from like a Southeast Asian
it is.
director, right?
Yeah.
But they haven't because it's so good.
Mhm.
So I think that that's really a testament to, I guess, timing,
Mhm.
which we talked about earlier, where it is now a time where people do pay attention to that. We have Love Diaz, Magellan getting Oscar buzz. Pero I mean, Love Diaz has been in the industry and has
So
been
long.
recognized
Oo.
globally for a
Yeah.
long time. But then you have Dali De Leon in previous years. And like, we've been making waves in like Cannes and so many other film
Mm.
festivals naman in, I guess, the last 10, 15 years.
Oh, man.
So it's really this like slow burn.
It's a mountain we are trying to
Yeah.
climb, but we're getting there. I mean, just
Yeah.
the recognition is important and just the motivation. I mean, for me, if you are a creative within that industry, it'll inspire you na yun talaga yung number one doon na parang kaya pala nila.
Exactly.
Kaya ko rin yan. So that's
Yeah.
the most important thing for me is that you're able to inspire other creatives. Whether or
Yeah.
not you win that award, just
Mhm.
the fact na nakatungtong
Right.
ka doon, and that goes for all Filipinos who are able to like go on a global scale. Kaya eh.
And you know what I love that Love Diaz does? He has a Filipino interpreter. He can speak English. The guy can speak English, y'all. But he has a Filipino interpreter, which I'm like, you know what? Fierce.
I mean, it makes you seem real fancy.
Yeah,
so it's
diba?
fine.
Like,
Parang-
you know what? I mean,
Actually, nakakatawa pa nga yun diba?
Yeah.
Like you
the
have the
recent
interpreter
one
and
where
then
he was
you're
like, when
oh,
I was having
understand.
sex with like, the recent one where he was like, when they made the choice to cast Gael Garcia Bernal for Magellan,
So,
he was like, when I was having sex with the producers, and the interpreter was like, is that what you said? Oh my God. Another thing pala, Love Diaz he appears on podcast, kayong ang Walang Kwentang podcast by Direk Antoinette Hadaune. Nag-appear din siya doon. Dito din naman, Direk. Close kay Love Diaz. Why not? Girl, I would cry.
yes.
My bladder would explode.
How long would that episode be? 6 hours?
3 days, 5 nights.
Okay. Okay.
I also want to go back to Dali lang a little bit kasi
Mm.
yung kilig ko talaga, because I was always like wondering, like, for example, Salma Hayek. So she's a Mexican actress and she's like, okay, I'm doing things in Mexico and then I'm doing things in Hollywood, ganyan. Or like you have like someone like Priyanka Chopra, like doing things in Hollywood, but like she goes to Bollywood to do shit. And I was like, why don't we have Filipinos like that? Because all we had were like Phil-Ams before. Diba?
Mm-mm.
Kasi parang sabihin nyo, wala namang achievement. May mga achievement naman yung Filipino kasi like you have like Olivia Rodrigo, yung mga ganyan. We're saying like yung in-export talaga natin.
Oo nga.
Yung talagang homegrown Filipinos.
Yeah.
And when the Dali De Leon thing happened, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, finally we have that actress who like, I just saw her on a Filipino teleserye and then 5 days later, I saw her in like a Hollywood movie.
Ang dami din kasi instances before na parang kitaan mo lang ng konting
Yeah.
dugong Pilipino. Uy,
Diba?
Philippines,
Oo,
so
diba?
proud.
Which is
Ganyan.
also cute.
Oo naman. Like, especially if they're proud of being Filipino, unlike, well, some who are like, oh nga pala, Filipino siya, but then they don't acknowledge it until it's convenient.
Right.
There are, unfortunately, artists like that. I'm just not gonna name names, but yes, there are. But when they're proud, dun ako natutuwa. But even better when they actually come from here.
Yeah, because like we're connected to them in the sense that parang they know the culture. They're here. They live here.
Yeah, happy.
It's just, I'm just like, pag nakikita ko si Daddy De Leon, kinikilig talaga ako. I'm like, oh my God, girl.
Tapos, di ba, sa mga award show, kahang-out na niya sina Kate Blanchett. Yeah, ganun, parang, wow!
Yeah, I just didn't think I would live to see this day.
I know.
I really didn't.
Well, glad we're living in this lifetime.
I know. I mean, in fairness, small wins. Take the small wins.
Take it.
Speaking of small wins, well, this is a big win, actually. So another thing, if we jump from music to film to reality television. Well, maybe, wait, so far, sorry, let me sing it. Kasi film din to. Precious Paula Nicole, nag-best actor.
Oh, yeah, sa
LA film, for a short film.
Yeah, called Lip Sync Assassin.
Yes, so, diba?
I'm sure mahirap na naman panoorin ko. Pero so if there are any ways that you guys could share with us. If someone can give us
screeners.
Screeners talaga. Diba? Or just like, point us to where we can watch this and celebrate this. Yeah. My gosh.
Yeah, but yeah, so film, check. That's the Pilipinas, diba? And now let's move on to reality television because we have a winner in Veejay Floresca.
Grabe, isa pa yan. Parang ang tagal na nating naririnig yung pangalan ni Veejay Floresca sa industriya. Tapos ngayon, boom, Project Runway.
I'm
winner.
So happy about that. Number one, because I feel like baka naman awayin tayo, but like I found Project Runway to have gone stale when Heidi and Tim left.
I mean,
I really did stop watching.
It's a show that's been around for so long. It's one of those shows that you're like, it's still on?
Yeah.
Like,
very Drag Race, which we will get to later.
Or like Grey's Anatomy or something.
Right.
Like, it's still on, but
Eat Bulaga.
Pero lumipat na.
Right.
Lumipat naman. Pero, but yes, it's, even if I do agree that I've forgotten about Project Runway for years and years and years. It's like, it's back on people's radars, at least for the Filipino audience, because we have a Filipina winner.
Yeah, and also I feel like what a fabulous way, because like I'm glad that I'm kind of sad that Tim is not back, but I think Heidi coming back is the best decision they've made because it did breathe new life into the competition. Law Roach is insane.
I would dream ko ma-style ni Law Roach. As
yes.
In, like, can you style my wedding? Joke lang.
I kind of
want, talaga.
I know that like I want to be styled by him too, but like I also kind of want to be read by him. Like, read me. Call me ugly or something.
Step on me. Wow.
Yeah. Because like I'm such a big fan, but like such a great season. So for BJ to win such a colorful return to form, I would say.
Anyway,
it's amazing.
And fun, ha? Even Utica was in that season, diba?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
AKA Ethan.
Yeah, I mean, sorry. I love Utica as like a drag queen, but you know that
yes, it was fabulous
but
as well.
But to think na we've all seen how talented Ethan is like on Drag Race, but you know, VJ taking the crown, medyo villain. Alam mo yun, parang good TV siya.
Good TV,
kahit
for sure.
medyo villain yun ng konti, parang
leave it up to a Southeast Asian trans woman to be the drama.
Diba? Like, am I the drama? But it's such good TV.
Yeah.
And to have that talent to back it up as
right.
well. So parang checklist talaga. Like, we would know producers tayo. Diba?
Yes.
So we would be like, okay, brings the drama, check.
Yeah.
Talented naman, okay, check.
Exactly. And my favorite part is just because I feel like when I watched Project Runway, there were Filipino designers before, but they were at least were raised in the States, and so they spoke like Americans.
Yes.
And I love hearing DJ's accent because I was like, yes, that's my girl.
Ganyan
that is
din
my girl.
Ako
Ganyan ako. Ganyan ako magmaldita.
Oo.
Diba? No, but like it was so powerful to not just like be to hear her speak like that, but just to win the entire thing was crazy. Like it's kinikilig ako nung she was like explaining herself. Yung, parang, diba? No, but like when she was explaining how happy she was about winning in her Filipino accent, I was like, yes, it is now time. Talagang sabi ko, oh my God, everything's coming together for Philippine talent.
Exactly. And parang there's also part of me that's been so happy for her to achieve that after so long in the industry. It's like, you finally getting your flowers.
Right.
Get them. Milk every moment because you deserve it.
Yes, for those who don't know, by the way, so Veejay Floresca has been popular in the Philippines because he's already been on Project
long.
Runway.
Yeah,
The Philippine version
Yeah.
of Project. Did you produce for that? No.
No.
Ako din. No, I didn't.
Wala.
We used
That's how long Project Runway was around. That it's been
Yes.
around even before we were
Yeah,
producers.
because like we both worked at the same company,
Yeah.
and we didn't get to. I didn't.
No,
I never got to
Yeah,
produce. Yeah, because
me
they
neither.
produced the channel.
Oh, our director did.
Our director did. But like our channel did produce that.
Yeah.
Show Project Runway Philippines. We never got to touch it, but like
No.
that's how we know Veejay Floresca, and
And
he's been
even
really popular
before-
locally.
Ako
Yeah.
even before that, nakita ko yung work niya sa magazines pa lang.
Yes.
Yeah, even before Project Runway, you'd see
Yeah.
like designers in like magazines like Preview,
Yes.
Mega.
Right.
Yeah.
Kunyari lang,
Mm.
Nordstrom yung design siya. I'd be like, this is a Filipino.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
But for me also, parang ngayon pa lang. Like for me parang
Yeah.
it should have gotten recognized way
know.
back, even earlier. But
And that's why it's a special time.
yeah.
And hopefully this is not like a trend. Hopefully this is something that's sustainable. I feel like sometimes Hollywood, for example, will have a moment for, hindi lang for race. Like sometimes it's more like
Yeah.
for certain types of minorities and then mawawala bigla.
Yeah.
So hopefully this is not that.
I hope it's actual change and not just a trend.
I mean, I do think it's not just because we can pivot now from reality, because nasa reality TV show naman na tayo, to Drag Race
Mhm.
Philippines.
Yee!
Because I think that's another example of where the Philippines is at. And
Congratulations, Brigading.
I know, congrats, Brigading. Yeah, she just won a couple of days ago as we're filming this. Congrats, Brigading. Come on the show. We're big fans.
You were my manok.
Yes. And so happy for her. But
yeah.
baka maya sabihin nila, anong Drag Race Philippines? Sa Philippines lang naman yan.
Girl.
Here's the thing. Just this morning or yesterday, we saw a news article that Wow Presents reported that it's their biggest numbers, right? The most watched Drag Race season ever.
Leave it to Filipinos. Actually, we're so good at
Yeah.
social media too, and like bringing in the views.
Yeah.
So I think that
we're
has
able
a
to
factor.
weaponize the internet like that.
Exactly. Like, unfortunately, even with trolls. But,
Yeah.
you know, good and bad. But this was good because I hope a lot of those views as well came from people internationally because they got to see how
Yeah.
talented Pinoy queens
I think
are.
they did. We're gonna flash the article on screen, and then we're probably gonna share their link in the description. But it goes to show how established. Let's hone in on the Drag Race universe specifically. The Philippine franchise has really established itself, especially last season.
Mhm.
Drag Race Philippine season 3 was the best season that year,
Mhm.
critically acclaimed for good reason. And I think when they ranked of all the seasons of all time, I think it was ranked second to All Stars 2.
Yeah. Oh,
It's that good.
yeah. I would completely agree.
Yeah.
Also, All Stars 2 is one of my favorites.
Yes. I mean, it's a good season.
Yeah, it really is. But for it to be of that caliber is correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Also because it's just so rich in, well, again, talent. It's always so hard to pick a favorite or see who's gonna be the winner
Yeah.
because they're all just so good. But it's just so rich in culture. And I feel like it's so important as well that you have a show called Dragsplaining. Because
Yes.
there are so many things that are so innate in Filipino humor that sometimes subtitles just can't.
Right. They do need to be explained.
Yeah, they need to be explained. But at the same time, more people are seeing it. More people are catching on. You are hearing foreigners doing the repeating yung joke natin na
Yes.
gano'n.
Confabulous.
Oh, Confabulous, gano'n. Like parang, it's so surreal. It is just so surreal to see that.
Right.
And I was afraid, honestly, for this season.
Slaysian Royale.
Yes, Slaysian
Mhm.
Royale. Because obviously we have the international queens. And
Right.
it's like, I personally have had the feelings in Drag Race that, there's, please don't hate me for this, but sometimes I feel like especially in the US season, sometimes there's like the favoritism, the rigomoris of it
Yes.
all. And I was hoping that it, like, just because we're hosting it, I hope it's like, not just because we're hosting it, we're just gonna like have queens win. But as we were watching the season, it's like, oh, they're really just
they're good.
They're just that damn good. Oh my
They're
God.
good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like casting was questionable. Not that I love all the queens in this
Yeah,
cast,
yeah.
but I feel like they could have made more different choices for a more colorful experience in terms of like the pecking order, I guess. Having said that, I mean, the Filipino queens are great.
Yun nga eh, parang ano magagawa natin?
Yeah.
Magaling sila eh.
Yeah.
And that's something to be proud of. And to see, it's also so surreal to see TikToks of white people reacting to these to this Philippine seasons. Parang, whoa, okay. That's a universe I never thought I would find myself in, but yay.
I mean, one of them, I really love these humbling moments that I get when I read comments sa mga drag explaining videos. Because like a lot of them from all over the world are like, thank you for doing the video, because like we can feel the energy of like how fun the episode is, but like we really never fully understand. And so they're so appreciative when we do the videos of explaining what was that joke, why is this challenge the way it is, why did this queen make this decision about the outfit or whatever. So I love that they're really genuinely interested. And I also, for you guys to understand, so how is Drag Race Philippines kind of the front runner franchise in the Drag Race universe now? It's because they just announced that they now will have Latina Royale. So the rumors were true, because I read in Reddit somewhere that this was the Slaysian Royale was kind of the I guess the guinea pig. That if it works, then they would do something for the Latino community. And they just announced Latina Royale.
Love that.
Recently as well. So I feel like Drag Race Philippines, and I mentioned this, I guess, in our season 3 drag explaining videos, where I feel like the first franchise who I feel like was a little bit more adventurous when it comes to editing is the Philippines, because I feel like when Iyo Depota from season 3, Drag Race Philippines, I know I love her, when she self-eliminated, I feel like the rest of the franchises would have cut that in a very, a little bit of a catty way. You know, like when Ginny Lemon quit on UK, so it was a little kind of snappy that made it, they painted it as such a negative thing.
It's like, oh, you're weak.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're ungrateful.
Yeah, but Philippines season 3 was very compassionate with the edit. And I mentioned that I was like, I feel like this is the first time I've seen them take that route. And I feel like this is where the franchise, all of the shows have to go, because the queens already get enough hate.
Yeah.
So for the show to kind of not participate in it, but kind of open the doors.
I think Filipinos in general are very understanding and compassionate. So I think it's not only a decision in terms of it's not just a creative decision, but it's also something that as a viewer, as a person, you'd be understanding of.
Yeah.
So it's just a more human approach, I guess. And it's where it's not, the first thought is not, will this make good TV? The first concern was like, is she okay?
Yeah.
Which is very important.
Right. I think that's what I felt with the Iyo Depota elimination. Is like, is she okay? Because like if she has to go because that's a better decision for herself, then why should we paint it as a negative? I'm speaking as a producer. Okay, we're producers. So I'm seeing just like we understand kind of the fine line of like, this is still a human being, but we need to come up with something entertaining.
Yeah, parang yun nga, parang you're always gonna feel that, especially if you support someone, you're always gonna feel na sayang, you could have gone this far, but you're not the person to decide that.
Yeah.
You're not in that person's head.
Yeah, and I think that we did see little glimpses of that improving, not specifically for the Philippines. I think Canada versus the World, when Isis Couture had to quit for mental health reasons, that was also kind of a better approach to it.
I guess that's a good direction like the world is going towards.
Yeah, I mean at large, I feel like that's a better lens to edit things. What are you looking forward to?
Just seeing more of the talented queens. I mean,
may wish list ka?
Kasi so far, I mean, I love O-Bar.
Yeah.
O-Bar is one of my faves. Pero parang puro O-Bar queens yung nananalo.
True.
So far. So I would, well, hindi naman sa...
I mean, that bar is a great training ground.
Exactly. Pero kung deserve. Pero I'm sure there's just so much more talent out there also that we'd want to see for these next
Parang wala pa tayong provincial queen eh.
Yun nga eh.
Wala pa tayong provincial queen.
But,
I was just a drag show in Olongapo City. My God, the queens are insane. I'm sure one of them is gonna be on the show soon. I'm looking forward to a guest judge. Meme Vice ganda.
Oh.
For season 4 might be a good addition to the show. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to just what Filipino pop culture has in store for all of us.
Mm.
So we're almost going to be done with this conversation, but we have a little segment. This is called Fab Finds. So Fab Finds is the way to close the show is I want to ask you. Well, I'm gonna share mine, but I want to ask the guest anything in the pop culture world na baka worthwhile for our audience to know about. So, MJ, what is your Fab Find?
Honestly, hindi ko pa siya napapanood pero gusto ko talagang panoorin yung Quezon. It just came out,
Yes.
like as of filming, it just released. At maliban sa sobrang patay na patay ako kay Jericho Rosales, gusto ko siya panoorin. No, but I've always been a fan of Gerald Darrog's work.
Right. He's great.
Even before the BINI series, he had a film called Senior Year, which really just like touched my heart so much. And even his other Cinemalaya films, I would like to see kasi minsan lang din tayo magka-something verse sa pelikula, di ba?
Yes.
Like, besides Shake, Rattle, and Roll,
I feel
na sobrang dami
the
na.
Gerald Darrog movies are our Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Parang ganun na nga. So, it's like, I
guess.
would like to see this third film because Genera Luna was, well, obviously, it made its mark. It's iconic.
Yeah.
Goyo, not as much in my opinion, but it's still it wasn't like a sophomore flop type of thing. It still held its own. But, Genera Luna was really up there. Yeah. So I would like to see that third film. I'm not sure kung conclusion siya. There might be more and hopefully there will be more because there are so many other
many stories.
Yeah, so many stories that we can still tell. I would love to see Gabriela Silang somewhere there.
I was gonna say I would love to see a Filipina hero.
Yun nga, or Tandang Sora,
yes,
diba?
Yes.
Of course, we want wins for the girlies who also served in the revolution.
Yeah.
But hopefully Quezon is good. I've seen some reviews already, but yes.
We can talk about it here once you watch it.
Let's see if we can. But then, Diyos ko Lord, galingan mo Jericho Rosales.
Oh my gosh.
Mahal na mahal kita.
I love that Fab Find. I love that Fab Find kasi iladagdag ko rin yan sa listahan ko so I kind of want to watch it too.
Whether or not it turns out to be good or if you like it or not, it's just so important to support Philippine cinema.
Exactly.
And it's something that will probably teach us a thing or two about not just what happened in history, but I heard it's also a very playful take on the story. It's not very straightforward.
People are talking about it online. Yeah.
So yun nga, like even just that level of exploration in the cinematic form is so exciting. So ayun, iba yung kwento niya. So that's I guess what I would recommend.
Yeah. I love it. Well, my Fab Find is, so if you go to the Jeepney TV YouTube channel, they have been uploading old episodes of The Buzz. Yes, they have been uploading those. Yes, girl. So if I am a sucker for just the nostalgic stuff out there.
The
and it is Tito Boy and Chris Aquino in their Chismosa days.
In their, well, I would say their prime. Their prime as a duo.
I would say talaga.
Duo, no?
So, and done. So, not only do they break down the showbiz chismis of like the 2000s, maybe late 90s even, may interviews pa. So, like, you can see baby Jolina Magdangal.
Oh my God.
Yes, Rico Yan was still with us.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
Sumalangit nawa.
I implore you guys to check nyo yung Jeepney TV YouTube channel.
Oh my goodness.
Walang bayad to Jeepney TV, ha?
Nakakamiss
for the
naman
Buzz
makita
replays.
sa TV si Chris Aquino.
It's amazing. I know.
Diba?
I hope she's doing well. I hope she recovers and gives us the return of Chris TV. I would be so down.
Oh my God.
Diba?
Yeah. I just want her to be healthy and okay.
Yes.
That's
Yes. We wish her all the best.
Yes. One more Fab Find.
Yes.
Our very good friend who is based in Singapore. He is follow him Mick.Pilgrim at
Mick.Pilgrim on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, he does film reviews. Also features Filipino films a lot. Champions Filipino films a lot.
Love. So if you need recommendations and like, just insights about not just Filipino movies actually.
Oh, madam, like even like obscure Southeast Asian films.
He also has he can give you recommendations, diba?
Yes.
So, check him out. We love him. Love you, Mark. Yay! Love it. So that was Confabulous number 1. How was it? How was the experience?
Thanks for having me. Little rusty in the podcast sphere. But
I know.
Yeah, always a good conversation. Na parang, I like that I'm leaving this conversation proud of what we have out there for our Filipino talents. And sana mas marami pang ma-inspire to just create and share their truths as a Filipino, as a person or whoever. Just
Yes.
encourage.
Yeah. And ako din, like, just pride. Just stick to pride. Focus on pride. Because not naman that is all we have. But like, it is a very trying time for the country. So kung Pilipino ka, diba, I feel like we should channel the anger somewhere else.
Bigyan naman natin ng pagkakataon ng mga sarili natin maging proud of something.
Exactly. Yeah. Like the show Confabulous.
Wow.
Diba? Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to Confabulous, our very first episode. Tune in next time for more chit-chats about Filipino pop culture. Thank you, MJ, for joining me.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And where can people find you? MJ?
Diyan lang sa tabi-tabi.
Sa mga
Naglalakad.
estero.
Oo, naglalakad sa Ortigas, ganyan. No, just kidding. It's at MJ Foz, MJFOZE on Instagram.
I'm on Instagram at Hoy Ramona. Oy! Diba? Oy, oy, oy. And please follow me. And don't forget to like and subscribe SISNE POP. And if you guys have any suggestions kung anong pwede namin pag-usapan as topics for Confab, let us know in the comments. Okay? So see you next time. My name is Momo. And I will see you on our next episode. Bye! This is Confabulous, the nest for all things Pinoy pop culture. Hosted by yours truly, Momo B, directed by Chi Jihan, and powered by SISNE Studios. Thank you to MJ Foz for the Fab Chat, and thanks to you for listening.